Today on EA Sports, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
We are within shouting distance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play can arrive from any possible spot.
First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones, but it'll be second down. You talk about this Falcon defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and a long run there in the end to top it off. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 127 yards, and a score.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. This defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback, instead he gets a hold of it.
You don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Falcon football. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Here's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, from last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Corliss Waitman now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, some strong running. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic abandon the playbook and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Watson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the 1st quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the 1st quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here this first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and the Falcons score to cap it off. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just straight back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops. Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation at a 4th down.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Second down in the yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to thank the front office and the coaching staff. They've got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Coup now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Joe. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Watson. This is intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 98 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons have taken a 6-touchdown lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 42-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns offense trotting back on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot here. 2nd and a yard from the 34. Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 11 yards for number 11. Now a first down throw, Watson. This will be incomplete. Oh, A dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards that time.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Coup for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first down.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. So we've reached halftime here at what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, and it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Daniel Jones throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Richie James, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 129 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this across the 50 in the Browns territory. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah on the tackle. Now 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in offense.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him in the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now. And Anderson's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end. With a running play.
Now Youngway Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all total, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 30 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, 1st down. We're still in the 3rd quarter here. Now you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome. But completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Off of play action, it's Watson. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. And he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, could not cover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Watson throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine down in the Peoples-Jones. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's more. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons, the big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Koo now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. That's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. The margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Watson on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them is the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter. They've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Yeah, he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. But I can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Watson to throw on third down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrusted him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Now Youngway coup for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Are soul searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal. Would have been some tough spots, but what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Watson. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
The offense is always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the ball so many times in the game, but the defense started to anticipate the call.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A heavy crowd well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 22. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Watson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air yet again, Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that will be incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This is taken at the 15. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Well, here now come the Falcons. We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but I mean, they are deserving as they start another series to be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth. Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Falcons! A big play there. 74 yards. And the Falcons are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking at all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Coup now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now the Browns coming out on the field. It's been a tough go for them, and still without any points here in the fourth quarter. In a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for it. The defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball, there's a head of steam coming out of the backfield. It can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. The Falcons' offense set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Brandon, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
I think you took the words right there. He will fight his way into the end zone for the Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. and he carries it across the goal line.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss,
oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Back to throw. Watson. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Johnson for scores and play behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, you're the offensive line. Your big concern, protecting your quarterback. You have a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game, and this one won by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get a second sack earlier.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Rusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Coup for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Browns set to take over. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like one possession left, and you try to put points on the board that don't matter, but do them. And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try to run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Falcons grab it.
As I say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Back to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. This will be caught at the 2. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles. That lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push him, I guess. He didn't work out some of the snap for him earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly left some explaining to do.
Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. No hesitation on the decision to go on 4th and goal from the 1, and they punch it in.
And I do believe that field position factors in there too, because even if they don't get in, you're going to force the other guys to go to full 99 yards. So to me, a good calculated risk, which actually paid off.
Now Youngway Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They drive scouting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. To throw is Watson. Right back to Njoku. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now it's 2nd and 6. Now Watson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, or the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and left his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.